sour soup.
All singing low while I pop a bottle off of your chain swinging, clang clang.
Welcome back.
What's good?
Let them know who we are.
Hey, it's your boy Ian, and we got Davis in Vegas. This is our soup. Either you like it or you don't. Just don't let it burn your throat. Dave, what we got from tonight, man?
Just typical stuff that we always do in every episode. You guys like those new graphics we put up? Hey, just remember to always hit that like, subscribe, and bell icon. Hey, we're slowly growing. We're proud of it,
That's right.
Hey.
Yeah, thank you for always tuning in and for the added subscribers. Appreciate y'all. Again, this is a work in progress. Dave and I, slowly getting into it. And the more we do it, the better it gets. So appreciate you kind of going on this journey with us. All right, Dave. What's up, man?
So you said you wanted to talk about relationships. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
You want
relationships,
to talk
man.
about other things?
No, definitely. I think a relationship would be a good topic to talk about, specifically around dating people with kids. Right.
Well, shit, I don't know anything about that.
I mean,
I guess you're gonna have to teach us. You're gonna have to have a TED talk for us.
So you're gonna be able to talk about it on your end. Someone that's kind of haven't experienced something like that, why you wouldn't, etc. So yeah, just kick things off, I guess. For me, that was one of any guy out there. You ask him, like, hey, would you ever date a girl that has kids? The answer is usually fuck no, right? Fuck no.
And what does
Which I can totally get. I can totally get.
Say? Or
was that?
Or is it women that typically has an issue with it?
Yeah, I think so, man. To be honest with you, I think like the way I look at it, I think it's harder if you're a guy with a kid to find a woman to be with you versus the other way around. I think
if you're a guy with a kid, you said it's harder to find someone to be with you.
Yeah, like girls would probably shy. I feel like women would shy away more versus a guy if a guy meets a girl with a kid.
Right.
Real quick, cheers.
Don't show the brand, dude. They haven't sponsored us yet.
No, but
why do you say that?
I don't have any basis around my theory here, but I do think just because I was at some point, it was just Aubrey and I was kind of like, talking to women here and there, and it was always kind of like a negative thing when they found out I had a daughter. Versus, it was me who met a girl and they had kids. It wasn't a big thing to me. Like, for example, my wife, when we connected on Bumble, she actually had a picture with her and her daughter, Adeline. And I swiped right on that and we matched. Long story short, obviously now we're together, we got more kids. But I think that's like a perfect example. I asked her, I was like, hey, if you knew I had a kid before, would you have swiped right? And she's like, no. I'm like, that's what I'm telling you. There's no way. Like, there's no way some guy that creates their fucking online dating app picture with their kids. I just can't see it because I think you're less likely to match with anyone because they're like, oh shit, this dude's got baggage, right? I mean, everyone's got baggage, yeah. But when they have a kid, it's like, oh shit, what's attached to a kid?
Baby mama,
baby mama, baby daddy kind of thing. And a lot of people don't want to deal with that. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a negative thing. I think you make of it what you want to make of it. Like, you could make it as cool as possible, or you could make it stressful. I think Kat and I have done a really good job of trying to be cool with that. Like, we're really cool with my ex, and we're pretty cool with her ex too. So everything's kind of working along, just like communication and working through that. But kind of going back to my topic about dating people with kids. Again, I really believe that women are less likely to choose a man that has a child than a man to choose a woman that already has a child. What are your thoughts on that?
I believe the opposite of that.
Okay.
And the reason I say that, not that I have any experience, but based off of just some things I've watched and listened to and what people say. Men are more territorial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also, I feel like when a man has a child, in a woman's eyes, it's like he has a verified blue check mark already, on Instagram. And that's kind of similar to this, man. When you got one of these, hey, I've experienced it, and a lot of people have experienced it also, and they've told me, for some weird reason, it's like catnip for women. They see that, it's like, ooh. I mean, it's shady, it's fucked up, but for some weird reason, women just start to come to you and start flirting with you and everything. So that's why I feel like when you have a child, especially if it's a daughter or something like that, women are more drawn to it, meaning, all right, this guy is verified, he's able to provide, I don't mind being with him. But now the other way around, when a man sees a woman has a child, I feel like it's because men are typically very egocentric and very prideful, and that's where the maturity needs to come and develop. But if I think in your case it's a little different because you have a kid and you matched up with someone who has a kid as well, right?
Yeah.
But now let's say you were single and you are where you are, your financial situation, just everything that you have right now is when you first met your wife and you're single, okay, and no kids. For me, I feel like it would be difficult to date a woman with a child, because why did you work so hard for this? Because you're trying to build a legacy. Every man typically wants to build that legacy for himself, right? Mm-hmm. It's like you go back to ancient times and everything. The reason the guys go to war, they work hard. They want to build something that would stand the test of time once they're gone. And now it's like you're dating this woman that has a child, and now all your resources has to also go to that child that's not, technically yours.
Right.
And I mean, I'm gonna go to it. I mean, you do grow to love that child, I'm assuming, but when it's all said and done, that's another person's legacy. So your resources are going to that other guy's legacy, and you're building his legacy to last forever.
Anyway, no. So some parts that I agree with. Yes, men are territorial. Men are, everyththing you said. You hit it right on a fucking bullseye there. If I was single, I'm where I'm at, career-wise, financially, and everything. I'm leaning towards no, that I probably wouldn't find a woman with a child, just because I would want to build upon what I built now, right? Now, going back to the other question with you were kind of alluding to, hey, this is someone else's kid, and all my resources, time, and effort are going towards another man's child, essentially their legacy. I never looked at it that way, to be honest with you. Like, I never looked at it like, oh man, I'm raising another person's child and I'm putting money and time and resources towards this child. I never saw it that way. I always saw it as like, and another thing too is like Adeline, when I came into her life, she was very young, right? Very young. And so when I came into her life, she grew up with me, and then it just felt like she was my kid too, regardless, And another part that made it easier, just like you said, like I had a kid and Kat accepted her. So it was an easy flip for me too, like for me to easily accept her child. Of course, with certain things in place, like we need to build structure that is the same for all the kids, not just for Aubrey or not just for Adeline. It has to be equal across the board. I've been, for the most part, like not the most part, all of it, been very fair across the board. They all get in trouble for the same things. They all get awarded for the same things. Like, I never want any of them to ever feel like one's a favorite or I'm different because I'm not family. I'm sure Adeline thinks about it sometimes, that her last name is different. And especially now she's growing up, she's close to being a teenager. I'm sure she thinks about it. And that's fair. And I think it's my job, it's Kat's job, it's her dad and his partner's job to continuously enforce that we are a unit together, and that we're here to kind of make sure that she has a good life, and that she always feels like there is no division. Because the moment she feels like there is division between all the parents, that's when it becomes an issue. And that's the hard part about having a mixed family, having kids, having to work with other parents on that. It's like meeting eye to eye, like, hey, we don't think they should do this, and then it should be the same in your household, and vice versa. Brought me down to that level was Kat, because Kat is a really good person, and she actually really thinks about everyone's feelings. So I would tell her things that I'm frustrated with, and she would look at it on the other side like, hey, look, maybe she feels this way because you're doing this. And she just kept doing that to me, and I was like, you know what, you're right. And that's why we built this relationship now with Christy and her man, and we're trying to build that with Adeline's dad. Like, we want to get to that level. Like, one time we were visiting California, we slept at my ex-wife's house. Like, I never would have thought that would ever happen, but I'm so happy that we are at that point.
What? Oh, you slept at your ex-wife's house?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, damn, that's the start of a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a whole new world, man, and a lot of it, all the credit goes to my wife, Kat, because she was like, "Don't be a fucking idiot. Be there, be for your kid, not for you. It's not you. You know what I mean?"
No, I agree with what you're saying. I'm sure things could always work out if you join a blended family. It's about that maturity that I kind of brought up earlier, and it does take a lot of hard work. And you're right. Certain situations have to line up in order for it to work.
Yeah. Like
if the kid is still young, because if it's an older child, especially if it's a boy, it's kind of like, dude, come on. Especially, what's the one thing that most guys don't want to hear if you're a stepdad? You ain't my daddy. And
yeah,
I guess because I don't really know this experience, right? But I want to ask you, if your child was to finally be was growing up and was an adult, would you want them to be marrying someone who already has a child themselves, or would you want, I don't want to use the word the best situation, but
right,
would you want them to be marrying someone that already has?
My preference is that I want my kids to have the easiest life as possible, as much as possible. Things that I can control. That's obviously something I can't control. So my preference would be, they get with someone that's the same as them, like financially, career, everything the same, equal. And also, if she doesn't have a kid, or Elijah doesn't have a kid, then I want their partner to not have a kid. Now, because I have experienced that part of it, and it was a good experience for me. Difficult, 100%, extremely difficult, but through communication and working together as a couple, and her personality and my personality, we kind of balance each other out, and it really just worked out well for the both of us. Now, that being said, I don't want my kids to go through that difficult path that I went through. And then,
there's no real guidebook as to what's right or wrong, and just because someone might have done it the traditional sense doesn't mean it's probably the best or might make you the happiest, Right. But I think, you're right. It is probably the easiest, because I don't want to be dealing, if I built myself up to be successful, I don't want to deal with a baby daddy. I don't want to deal with, just all the other drama. Like, here's another question I would want to ask someone if I were to date a woman that has a child. I would ask them, am I allowed to discipline this child? Because and when I mean discipline, I mean like, not like freaking just beat them up, but am I able to put my, spank them if they're going too crazy? Am I able to lecture them? Because these are all important questions. Because if the answer is no, then I'm out the door, man. Because that's just headaches. Like, I'm gonna be putting my resources and everything, and I'm not allowed to discipline this child.
Yeah.
And that's another maturity that I think on the counterpart of the parent that does have the child needs to understand. Like, look, because I'm a strong believer, right? I've always told my wife, once we get married, the priority is you and me. It's no longer our parents. And even if we do have kids, it still has to be you and me. Because in the end of the day, your kids are going to grow up and they're going to start their own life, right?
Yep.
And if you just put your priorities on your kids all the time, I think what always ends up happening is you guys end up just becoming roommates.
Yeah.
And then the love and the passion kind of goes away because you guys are too busy taking care of your kids. But if you guys always put yourself as a priority, and then you guys will always have that passion for each other, and then be able to take care of your kids. So that's why I would tell this woman that I'm dating, if she has a child, like, if you and I get married, who's the priority? Is it me or is it your child? You see what I'm saying? These are difficult questions, but I think it's things that people need to ask if you are going to get in a situation like that. Yeah. Because for me, I would say if she says the child, then I'm out the door. As harsh as that sounds.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Think? No, that's a fair statement. As a parent myself, like, you would ask me, I'd always be like, "Oh, my child is priority. My child is priority." But you do make a good point. Like, at the end of the day, when the kids are grown, they're gone, and it's just gonna be you and I, and we're gonna be old and decrepit, and someone's gonna have to wipe my ass. And I know damn well none of my kids are gonna wipe my ass.
Mine's gonna be a hot nurse, man. Mine's gonna be a hot nurse.
But all jokes aside, that makes sense, dude. And I'm the same way. Like, when Kat and I got married, hey, the focus is us. And that's the difficult concept for Kat because she's so family driven. And when I say family, like, everyone that's related to her are driven, right? And I get that, and I can respect that. But slowly throughout our relationship, through the years that we've been together, she's understanding now, like, okay, it's us. We are the unit. And then we have people outside that's connected to us that we call family. But first and foremost, it's our unit and then them, right? So we got to protect this in order for us to be good with the rest that's coming in, right?
Well, that's the foundation, And then, like, even in the Bible, I mean, for those of our viewers who are religious and everything, it even says in the Bible, I mean, it says, like, once a man, gets married, he has to put away all the childish things, and him and his wife become one. They said he has to move out of his parents' home, and his wife and him will be one. So, I mean, if you look at it that way too, it makes sense. That's just life, man. But it's hard. Really, I do know what you're talking about. It's hard when it's in our culture to always take care of our parents, our family, and all that, and this. But it's like that saying in, like, when you go in the airplane or whatever, if you got to take care of yourself first before you could even help anyone else, right? Yeah,
exactly. Like, that's exactly what I was trying to get at. Like, if you and I aren't good, if you and your wife aren't good, aren't happy, you're not gonna have the energy or the drive to fucking take care of everything else. You know what I mean? Like, if you ever go to a restaurant, it was fucking amazing, you don't think, like, oh, I'm gonna write a Yelp review. You only act when you are fucking affected in the most negative way. If that shit was horrible, you're like, I don't fucking write Yelp reviews, but tonight I'm gonna be a fucking Yelper.
Isn't that why they say? Isn't that why they say it's like you could get like how many, like 100 compliments, but that one negative compliment sticks with you forever, and you're just like, man, I hate myself. I do suck.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, like, there's another saying that goes, you can be good to someone their entire life. You do one bad thing, and that one bad thing they will fucking remember forever.
Yeah, man. I never forgot how you ate all my food, but it's all good, bro.
I still remember it too. It was fucking good. And that's why Davis was so skinny. Hey, you're welcome, dude. Shit.
I need you to eat all my food now, man.
You're too far. You need to fucking move.
Shit.
Cheats more, men or women?
You know, I actually looked.
No. Like, don't base it on statistics. I feel like that shit.
Oh, that's what I.
You can't.
I think
you can't
it's
do
pretty
it.
much. I think it's pretty much even, man. And I know society and popular media probably likes to say, you know, men cheat more. But I think I truly believe it's down the line. But maybe men just get caught more. I think that's what it is.
No.
Maybe
here's what it is, dude. When women get cheated on, they'll post it, they'll talk about it, they'll spread it around, they'll tell everybody and their mama. And if there was a survey going around, have you ever been cheated on? They'll be the first one to be like, yep, me. A guy gets cheated on, you're fucking embarrassed. First of all, I would be like, oh fuck, I got cheated on. That means I'm like ain't worth shit, right? So I'm less likely to talk about it. I'm definitely not gonna join some kind of survey. You know, I ain't gonna do that shit. And I'm definitely not gonna post it on Facebook, Instagram, or social media. But oh my god, fuck this bitch, I got cheated on. No, that ain't happening. But women will, and I think that's why people think or lean towards like men cheat. But if you really think about it, how easy would it be for a woman to cheat? If a woman walked up to a man, let's just say single man, and you know she was decent. She didn't have to be like the hottest fucking woman in the world, but just walk up to a man that's single and doing shit, and she said, "Hey, you want to go to my house and go fuck right now?" I'd say 99.99% of the time that man's gonna say yes.
Well, that's why they said that even the least attractive woman has more DM requests than the most what do you call that, attractive guy, man. That's just the way it is. That's just I think that's just the way. And you know, I think guys accept that. It's already we grew to understand that difference, right?
Yeah.
But I think somewhere down the line it does even out. Okay, women get the more requests, but how many? But then the guys are the ones that decide, I believe, if we're gonna marry them, and that's why I think the body count for women. I know it's not fair, but I think you and I have talked. There's double standards are real. As much as we like it to be, there's no such thing as double standards. That's bullshit. All right, double standards are real. If a woman's body count is too high, you know, the value kind of starts to go down a little bit, and a guy is most likely not gonna take you serious as a potential wife. You know, that's just how it is. Going back to men being territorial. Yeah. Like, would you want to hear people saying that your wife has been around? Like, oh yeah, I've been with this. Dude, that hits right here, man. That's a fight, man. When the guy hears that, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah. 100%. Like, if a guy said that to me, yeah, for sure, it's a fight. But not because the fact that my wife has been around, just because, like, he's saying that because he's talking shit, and you need to get slapped in your fucking mouth for that shit. But aside from that, I used to think that way when I was younger, like early 20s. You know, like, I don't want to be with someone that's been with a lot of people, etc., etc., etc. And you know, but the older I got, I found that I became more and more accepting of a lot of things that I was against. Like, like I used to not like people touching my butthole. Now I'm okay with it. No, I'm kidding, but no, but in all seriousness, like a lot of things that, like for example, you know, going back to it, I don't care anymore if you've had a lot of partners. I don't care if you've done this and that in your past life. I don't care. Like, but yeah, you asked me when I was. You
would be with a porn star.
Possibly, yeah. But if I knew off the back, like she was a porn star, I probably wouldn't even initiate it. But if I got into it and then I found out she was a porn star, depends, man. How am I feeling at the time? It's hard, and like
You would
How
take you
secure
serious.
do I feel? How secure do I feel with myself?
All
in this
right.
relationship?
Well, so then my next question would be like, all right. So now you guys are together, but she's still doing it. Would you still be with her? Would you still be with her?
I'm 50-50 on that.
50-50.
50-50. Here, the reason why
You
I
got
say
Johnny
that is
Sin. You got Johnny Sin ramming her.
you know what? Hey, I think he's gonna be my new bar buddy. Like, hey, what you doing tonight? Oh, after my steam with
you
your
guys
wife.
gonna be Eskimo.
After my
Eskimo
steam with your
bros.
wife, we can hang out.
Fuck, man. Hey, you're
No.
a bigger man than me, I guess, man.
No.
Because I would
But honestly,
not be.
dude. Swear to God, it's. I don't know what it was. I don't know what the pivotal point of my life was where I was like, you know what? I don't care about these things. You know?
Hey, Cat.
Yeah.
he just gave you the green light. Oh shit. Hey, you're a bigger man than me, then, man. I would not be able to get that image out of my head. I think for me, if I found out she was a porn star, I would not. I would just have fun, and that would be it. Like, I can't, because what is she gonna say if you guys do end up dating, and you say you don't want to do that anymore? She's gonna be like, "That's how you met me this way. Now you're trying to change me."
That's what I'm saying.
It's just so that's why I'm
50-50. That's why I'm 50-50 because I'm trying to be fair with her too.
Mm.
Like I wouldn't want her to tell. Like if the tables were turned, I wouldn't want her to tell me like I can't be a porn star anymore. Right?
Well, I mean, I think when you make that decision being porn star, that's like that's something you've already crossed the line. You know, it's like there's no going back.
No, but you get what I'm saying though. Like I've really honestly gone to the point of like I'm trying to be fair with everybody, and I think that's how I find I find some peace. You know, it's knowing that I am being fair and I'm not just like imposing what I think is right, what I think is fair, what I think blah blah blah, whatever the fuck. And I'm trying to think of it as the other person. What are you dealing with? What are you going through? What do you want in life? And I don't want to ever be a negative force in my partner's life. I always just want to be that supportive, positive thing, and that's where it comes from. Like that relationship, a strong relationship, because you are someone that they can go to. Like, hey man, you know, I had a bad day. I fucking need you, and you're there. Right? I want to be that. And by me trying to control your choices, your fucking career, and what you want to do with your life, I'm just becoming a negative fucking thing. I don't want to.
Man, you're starting to sound like Will Smith and Jada, man. You trying to entanglement? You're okay with entanglements? God damn, man. I like the old Will Smith. The next question would be, what do you feel like the intensity of when a woman cheats and when a man cheats is the same? Is it the same impact, or do you think it's different?
I think it's different. Here's why. I feel like it hits a guy harder because I think men, like you said it, egocentric, man. Like we are fucking driven by our ego. We're with women. I feel like they're more open to, not so attached to their ego. They see it a different way. It's definitely still betrayal, but I feel like they have a better coping mechanism and better able to handle that kind of pain. And number one is because they're so open to talking. So open to talking to their girlfriends, their mom, whatever, cousin, doesn't matter who, but they're so open to letting their feelings out and kind of working through those feelings versus a guy that's just like, I'm going to get hurt and I'm going to get toxic as fuck. And I'm going to go fuck around, go get fucked up, go drink, whatever the fuck. And I sound like I'm talking from experience. I'm not. But, you know.
I feel... I agree with you. I think it is different, the intensity of when a woman cheats and when a guy cheats. But my reasoning for it is a little different. I feel like, I might be wrong at this, right? But I feel like when a man cheats, it's kind of, there was no real, like, what is it? Like, there's how many degrees of murder, right? But like, for when the guy cheats, it was kind of like, it just happened. You know, it wasn't like we didn't think about it. There was no like back plan. It was probably maybe you were just at a bachelor party and then boom.
Second degree murder.
Second degree cheating. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the moment a woman cheats, oh, she's had that in the back of her head for a long time, man. And you guys already broke up way before that. Because these women, you gotta understand, women have so many selection. So it's easy. They could find another guy. But for a guy to cheat, dude, I think I saw like a statistic before. Only like 15% of men in the world are having intercourse, dude. Only 15%. So for a guy to cheat, it is fucking hard to do. You know what I'm saying?
15%.
That's it, bro. It's very small. So for a guy to cheat,
out there.
So for a guy to cheat, bro, it's like, dude, it's you know, things have to line up. But for a woman, they probably met this guy at work already or something, and she's been planning this shit for a long time. And that's why I feel like for a woman to cheat, the intensity is much more than when the guy does it, man. You know what I mean? Like that's just how
Is that guy she told you not to worry about? Who's
that? Hey,
No,
you ever hear that shit?
Don't worry about Johnny. Don't worry about Jody.
Yeah, man. Man. You tell them the moment you hear that, you gotta claim that. You worry about Jimmy, man.
Hey,
nah, but
speaking of
it's
friends.
true though. No, I've asked my wife that, you know, because I've told her that, like, and she agrees with me. She agrees that yes, because it's so easy for a woman to cheat that, you know, they could be making these plans already and you don't even know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She already has this plan in the back. You guys are already broken up in her head.
You and me, right? About being fair to everybody. So you can't put all the blame on the women as well. Yeah, what they did is wrong. I'm not saying it isn't wrong. But what events led up to that? Where did you fall off as a partner?
So this is actually, I was gonna go into this, man. So when you were kind of referencing that you like to tell your wife or whatever about, like, you know, being open, you're very open to her, like being emotional, and I can respect that, man, because I'm pretty open with my wife too. But on the other hand, I don't let her know a lot of the things because I want to be her rock. That when times are freaking hard or tough, women typically want someone to lean on, no matter how independent or strong they feel. Women are attracted to alpha males. And not that I'm an alpha, I'm a beta. I'm like a fish. You know what I'm saying? The beta fish, the Chinese fighting fish. I'm just no, but you know, I don't.
Small but aggressive.
No, but women are attracted to alpha males, man. Someone who know that they could depend on, that will take care of business. And that is why people made fun of Will Smith, Tyrese, Kanye, because the moment a man shows any emotion, it's a big turnoff for a woman, dude. No matter if she's your wife and that's just, people might crucify me for it, but it is the truth. And that is one of the main reasons as to why women cheat. Because I've been cheated on, man. And, you know, usually, and I was cheated on because this girl I was dating found someone who was older and was more, like, a little bit more established. So he had more swag, you know. But, you know, and that's what guys, as a child, as a boy, what are you trying to do? A guy already knows, I gotta work hard. I gotta get my body right. Everything, all this and that. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, like earlier. You put in all this hard work because you want to get the best mate. And so therefore, when a guy we already understand that we're trying to be the best versions of ourselves so we can get the best mate and we keep that relationship strong. So for me, I tell yes, I do. And don't get me wrong, I've cried in front of her, but it is very rare for her to see me cry. She probably has only seen me cry probably like maybe 4 or 5 times. Once when we lost our son. But besides that, I have to be that rock for her. Because, you know, weakness and all that stuff, a woman smells that, dude, and they're just like, I need to find the next biggest thing. And that's just, we always joke around with this, but we're pretty serious with it. Like when we got married, we made like a secret vow to always maintain the sexy, is what we like to call it. And what that means is, we always work on our appearance. And we're gonna get old. Everyone's gonna get old. Things are gonna start like getting loose, your skin and all that. And no one's saying keep a 6-pack forever or whatever like that. But you can always just keep exercising, eating right, taking care of your skin and everything. Put in effort is what we're basically trying to say. You got to put in effort of how you look, because dude, why were you attracted to that person? They were pretty, and all of a sudden sometimes people forget. It's like they just get lazy, dude. And that's what causes, I believe that's what causes people to be not loyal to others, and that's where the cheating happened, because then you start to be attracted to other people. But if your wife wasn't fat when you met her, nothing wrong with fat people, but if your wife wasn't fat and and she like I joke, I'll probably get crucified, man, but if my wife was starting to gain some weight, I would ask her, like, hey, you're starting to gain a little weight. Are you sick, or are you just lazy? Because you gotta ask, man. You gotta be, because if you're sick, got some thyroid issue, then hey, man, we're gonna, it's understandable. Let's fix it. But if you're lazy, yo, man,
wow.
But don't get me wrong.
You're a bigger man than me. I can't say that shit.
You gotta, dude. It's about the communication, man. Because in the end, the media likes to probably say like, oh, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't ask your wife this and that. But dude, it's about communication. It's about if your wife can still get you up or something. You know what I'm saying? That's all about that, dude.
You just made me think of that fucking meme where it always starts off with someone saying something like that, like something like, oh, I'm gonna tell my wife she's gaining weight, and then the other person will go, why would you do that? And it always cuts off to this like warrior African dude, and he goes, because I want problems always.
No, man, I've been blessed to have a wife that's truly understanding, man. She's not gonna get upset with me when I say it. And don't get me wrong, man. It's not like I'm telling you, dude, you're fucking getting fat. I'm not saying that. I tell her, yo, babe, we gotta work out. We gotta stay healthy. It's mutual. I'm ready to try new things. And speaking of that, hey, man, one of the things me and Ayesa recently did, dude, we finished a fucking 5K, dude, for our son here, Aiden.
Nice, dude. What was the 5K about?
Huh?
What was the 5K about?
For people who lost their child, like any miscarriages, stillbirth, or just their child just passed away unexpected. So it was cool seeing everybody out there. So it was cool.
That's what's up, dude. Speaking of 5Ks, it's funny that you brought that up, dude. That's exactly what I did today. Run for.
Oh, you did too.
That's it.
Why did you tell me to wear that? I'm gonna rock my shirt, bro. Got the bling, baby. Got the bling. Where's your bling?
Right here.
Look at that, man.
Run for the rose.
What was yours for?
Did that today. Today, this 5K is actually for brain cancer.
Oh shit! Okay.
A very close buddy of mine, his dad.
Oh shit!
Away.
I thought you were gonna tell me something. Sheesh.
So my a very close buddy of mine, his dad passed away not too long ago from brain cancer. And he battled and tried to get through it, but he passed away. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why him and I got really close. Is like we had that connection. And my mom died from cancer as well, not brain cancer, but cancer nonetheless. And this 5K was for that specific, for brain cancer.
Bro.
And for the last 2 years, they were shut down because of COVID, right? And so after 2 years, this is the first one they've ever, come back and done it. So I was like, you know what? Let me be a part of it. Let me show some support and be there for my buddy. And that's really the biggest reason why I even did it, is because I want to show him that, I care about
you're
him.
You're a good friend, bro.
I care about what he went through with his dad. So I wanted to be there for him. I know this is a tough thing, and he went through the entire thing like holding a banner with his dad and kind of in memory of, kind of thing. So I don't want to say his name. I don't know if you want me to put it out there, but
he could leave it in the comments. He could leave it in the comments if he wants recognition.
That's true. But
dude, I thought that was just a cool shirt you were rocking, bro. That was like cool, right? Guns N' Roses. Oh, Runs and Roses. Okay, I get to play. I thought.
But tell us about your 5K, man.
So this 5K, man, it's with the program. It was like a support group that Yessa and I joined. It's called Men's, and what it is, they do this 5K every year, and it's for everyone. Everyone could participate in the country. So it's like a cyber 5K is what they're doing. So
tell me about it, dude.
Because there's not really anyone like there's not a specific location. You just do that. You just do your 5K run, and they send you all this, man. So you just do your 5K run for your loved one or someone you want to support and all. And dude, they send you this tight ass gear and shit.
Is it every year?
It's every year, yeah.
Damn. What's the date that it happens?
So you're supposed to do it. I think they have like a day. What do you call that? It's not just one day. I think it's like a freaking sheesh. Hold on, man.
You're gonna have to take off your headset. There you go.
I think it's like within what am I trying to say, man?
A time period.
A time period. There's a time period of when you can do it. So it's not just one day. So
send me the information, man. I want to send me the information, and I want to support it.
Oh man, you just want another cool shirt, huh? You just want one of these.
I'm trying to collect shirts and medals too. Shit.
No, dang.
No, real talk, man. Real talk. I want to support it, and awesome. I'm a big advocate for these things. Big advocate for these things.
Brother. Thank you, man.
In fact, one of the things I started at the place I work at right now is we do it's called Run for the Dogs. Run with the Dogs, right? And what it is that we raise money for a nonprofit organization, and what they do is they provide services for disabled children, for mental health groups, stuff like that. And one of the things they do is they support wounded veterans that are disabled, they need help, etc. And one of the programs that I really like is the dog program they have. So the money goes towards the program, and what it is, they purchase a puppy, they match it with a veteran that's in their registry, and this is not just an ordinary puppy. This is a fucking they call it a silver Labrador Retriever. I looked it up. The motherfucker's expensive. But anyway, so to get you the puppy, the program pays for the puppy, pays for all the vet visits, all the gear, everything the dog needs. And so this dog grows up with you as you go through the training program. And this dog is now your service animal, right? Obviously, with that being said, you could already tell that's a lot of fucking money. The dog, vets, all that shit is expensive. So every year, every October, I run a virtual 5K called Running with the Dogs, and it's for the veterans. Although the program is in Houston, I always try to put it out there for everybody, so they want to be able to help out. But the company itself is across the country. But because I am in Houston now, I want to focus on the veterans that are in Houston. So, obviously I'm not raising millions here, but I want to raise just enough to be able to help towards helping at least one veteran at a time. Last year, we were able to match someone with a dog. We were able to raise $2,000. I know it's not a lot in terms of like fundraising and helping out people, but it definitely helped a little bit of the, put a dent into the cost of getting someone a puppy and the services they need. So every year I do that, man. So
that's real cool.
I'll put it
man.
again.
Yeah, send me that link, man. Send me that link, and I'll put it. We'll put it up here or something, man, so everyone could
for sure
support that as well, man. That's crazy, man. We came from talking relationship to now. That's a good transition, bro. Yeah.
See?
But man. Any closing remarks, man? What do you wanna? How you wanna end this?
First off, I just want to say, I know you've been talking shit about my fucking shadow box right above my head here. I did clean it up. I got it all fucking fixed. I know everything was fucking falling off, but I got it fixed. So yeah, fuck you, bitch. But other than that, I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for continuing to support us. Thank you for all the love. And even if you want to hate, I want to see it too. Like, please comment. Like, go hate.
Yeah, man. We need that.
It means you're watching, so I'll take it.
Same here again, guys. Thank you for joining us. Tune in again next week, every Wednesday. Yeah, man. Like I said, if nobody loves you, know that Sour Soup loves you. And everything we say, sometimes it's just joke lang sinigang. You know what I'm saying?
God.
And I think we only got like one more hat left. Hey, somebody buy it. We got one more hat left.
Up.
Hurry up, man. Give us our money. Run me my money. And with that said, man, hey, we are gone. 'Cause I'm a